Michelle here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make your very own watercolors. I've made some myself. They're still a little wet. What you'll need first is your adult's permission before you start this project or any project. It gets messy because we have cornstarch and we have baking soda, so it can get a little messy on the surface. And there's also chemical reactions with the baking soda and vinegar. So definitely want an adult's supervision as well, so you don't mess anything up. Not that it's a bad chemical reaction, we just don't want to make a super mess. So what you'll need is baking soda, vinegar, corn syrup, cornstarch, some food coloring to color your colors. You'll need a 1 cup measuring cup, a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and a tablespoon measuring cup. You'll also need something to stir your colors with. I have a popsicle stick. You can also use a paintbrush. You'll need an ice cube tray to put your colors in. You'll need a mixing bowl to mix everything, a whisk or a fork. So what you'll do first is you will take your 1 cup and get a cup of baking soda. And what you're gonna do next is slowly mix. I'm gonna break up some clumps. You're gonna slowly, very slowly, because it will fizz, you will mix the vinegar. You'll need 3/4 cup of vinegar. So I need to do 3 of these into my bowl. So I'm gonna pour it slowly with the vinegar. This you might want your adult to do or help you with, because this can be a bit heavy if it's a full container. Since mine's not as full, it's not quite as heavy, but you gotta be careful when pouring. So you have 1, slowly, because you hear that fizz? You do 2, again, slowly, because you don't want it to fizz over the top of your bowl. I'm gonna let that fizz out a little bit. And 3. So that'll be my 3/4. Poured that a little fast. It got almost to the top of my bowl. So again, slowly pour. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna let the fizzing go down a bit, and you're gonna take your whisk or your fork and mix it together real good till it stops fizzing. And there's no like clumps. Now if you touch your bowl while you stir, it's really cold. And that's because the chemical reaction between baking soda and vinegar is an endothermic reaction. That means it takes in heat, it doesn't give off heat. So my bowl is nice and cold, even though this wasn't even in the refrigerator. It's just been under my sink. So what you'll add next, since that's pretty well whisked together, I don't have any more clumps and it stopped fizzing, is you put 2 tablespoons of the corn syrup. If that's a bit sticky, just so you know. 2 tablespoons. And you're gonna need to do a cup of your cornstarch. This gets a little messy. I always make a mess when I use cornstarch. That's why I tell you guys to let your adult know what you're doing before you make a mess in the kitchen. So don't be surprised if I get cornstarch all over the place. So you'll mix this in slowly, because it will get really thick if you put all of it in at once. So you'll pour a little bit in and mix. So I've mixed it together. It's kind of like oobleck if you've ever made mixed cornstarch and water to make that non-Newtonian fluid that you can kind of acts as a solid when you apply force, but acts as a liquid if you don't. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use the cup, use my 4th cup measuring cup to pour it into my ice cube tray. So scoop some out. He's a bit messy, so I'm gonna wipe it off on the side so I don't dribble quite so much. Now pour some in. What you'll do, you get to now add your food coloring. So you get to make colors. So I'm going to make a red, I'll make an orange, and a purple. Let's make red. See how that comes out. I'm going to use my stir stick. And you're just going to mix it in. Now, you may have to mix it and see if you need more drops because your mixture is white. So if I mix too little of the red in and it's white, what color would I get? Pink, not red. Yeah, I might need another drop of the red food coloring because it's not too red as you can see, but it's red-ish. So, and then you just leave them dry. And once they're completely dry, it might take a day or two. You can set it in a window maybe, try to help it out. Once they're dry, you can use your paintbrush and you've got watercolors. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my video. I'm gonna go mix a few more colors. Y'all have fun and thank you for joining me. Goodbye.